Live from KTVN Reno, you're watching 2 News at 5:30.
We are out there looking for impaired drivers. We will find you, we will stop you, and we will take you to jail if you are found to be under the influence.
Law enforcement is gearing up to crack down on impaired drivers this Sunday ahead of the Super Bowl and has plans to ramp up patrols all across the state. This story tops 2 News at 5:30. And in case you haven't heard the news, whole thing called Super Bowl happening this Sunday.
Big deal. Right
here on 2. I'm Landon Miller.
I'm Kristen Remington, and while you're out enjoying the big game, officials want to remind drivers, obviously, about the dangers of impaired driving. Traffic reporter Brian Hoffman spoke with local law enforcement about what they have planned to keep us all safe on the roads.
While out there enjoying the big game, hoping that your team makes it to the finish line, law enforcement agencies across the state want to remind you that if you drink and drive, you'll be walking this line. Washoe County Sheriff Darren Balaam has a few tips to make sure that you don't get a visit from one of his officers.
Arrange for one of our many transportation systems, RTC, Uber, Lyft, taxis. Make that be your transportation to wherever you're going, because then it forces you to be responsible and take that same transportation.
He tells us that because of the Super Bowl, combined with Valentine's Day and President's Day, this is one of the busiest times of the year for drunk driving, and they're responding accordingly.
We always boost up our patrols and using the various resources we have to target those individuals that may not be responsible and get behind the wheel.
A designated driver is not somebody that has had a little bit less to drink than you have. A designated driver is somebody that has chosen not to drink, that can get behind the wheel and can get you home safely.
But what happens if you think you see a potentially drunk driver on the road other than calling 911?
Follow the vehicle at a safe distance. Obviously, we don't want you to speed or do anything that would be dangerous to you or the public. Follow the vehicle until hopefully officers can get there.
Officials estimate that the cost of a first-time DUI can be upwards of $10,000, but that's just the monetary figure.
It could be a huge cost to your family, yourself, your career. There's a lot of things to lose when it comes to DUI.
And that's why law enforcement comes together to try and prevent tragedy. From extra units from Washoe County and NHP to dedicated DUI officers from Reno Police Department.
Throughout the region, we collaborate together to make sure we keep this community safe.
Covering the story, Brian Hoffman, 2 News.